Space, vast, beautiful, and unimaginably strange. Beyond the reach of our eyes lies a universe full of mysteries, some so bizarre they sound like science fiction. From planets made entirely of diamonds to invisible voids stretching hundreds of millions of light years, here are 10 unbelievable space facts that you probably didn't know. At number 10, a planet made of diamonds. Over 40 light years away in the constellation Cancer lies 55 Cancri, an exoplanet twice the size of Earth. But what makes it truly incredible is what it is made of. Scientists believe this world is almost entirely carbon, and under extreme pressure, much of it has crystallized into pure diamond. Imagine an entire planet glittering in eternal darkness. Its value, if mined, is estimated at $26.9 million, enough to make every human on Earth a trillionaire. But sadly, it's far too hot, with surface temperature over 2400 degrees Celsius, a sparkling jewel you could never touch. At number 9, neutron stars, cosmic speed demons. When massive stars die, they collapse into neutron stars. Objects so dense a single teaspoon would weigh over 4 billion tons. But what's even crazier is their speed. Some neutron stars, called pulsars, spin hundreds of times per second. Imagine a sphere heavier than a sun, rotating faster than a blender blade and still holding together. These cosmic lighthouses shoot out beams of radiations like spinning beacon, sweeping across the galaxy in perfect rhythm for millions of years. At number 8, the cosmic ocean, a giant water cloud. In 2011, astronomers detected something incredible. A massive cloud of water vapor floating in deep space, 12 billion light years away. It contains 140 trillion times more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. This means if you scooped up all the oceans on our planet, you would need to multiply them by 140 trillion to match this single cloud. It's so far away that the light we see from it began its journey when the universe was less than 2 billion years old. Somewhere out there, oceans existed before our own planet was born. At number 7, a day on Venus lasts longer than a year. If you could stand on the surface of Venus, which you cannot because it's hot enough to melt lead, you would experience the slowest rotation in the solar system. Venus takes 243 Earth days to complete one rotation, but only 2 to 5 days to orbit the sun. In other words, a day on Venus is longer than its year, and here is the twist. Venus spins backwards compared to most planets, meaning the sun would rise in the west and set in the east, a world where time itself feels broken. At number 6, the sun could swallow 1.3 million Earths. Our sun looks like an average star in the sky, but its scale is mind-bending. You could fit about 1.3 million Earths inside it. If Earth were a tiny marble, the sun would be the size of a beach ball, and yet in the grand scale of the cosmos, our sun is considered small. Stars like Betelgeuse are 100 times larger, and some hypergiants make even Betelgeuse look small. In space, size is all about perspective. At number 5, the Boötes Void, the Great Nothing. In the constellation Boötes, astronomers discovered a terrifying emptiness, a cosmic void stretching 250 million light years across. Inside, there is almost nothing, just a handful of lonely galaxies scattered through an ocean of black. If the Milky Way were inside, we might never have known other galaxies even existed. It is one of the largest known voids in the observable universe, a silent reminder of just how empty space really is. At number 4, galactic collisions. Galaxies aren't fixed in place, they move, collide and merge. In about 4 billion years, the Milky Way will crash into our neighbor Andromeda galaxy, but don't panic, the stars are so far apart that most will pass without hitting. Instead, gravity will pull them into a beautiful spirals of light, eventually forming one giant elliptical galaxy. The night sky will be filled with billions of new stars. Number 3, rogue planets, wandering worlds. Billions of planets drift alone through space, untethered to any stars. Some were ejected from their home systems, others formed in isolation. These rogue planets are dark, frozen and silent, yet some may hide liquid oceans beneath thick ice, heated by their own cores. In the endless dark, they wander forever and homeless. At number 2, a teaspoon of neutron stars material weighs 4 billion tons. Take a teaspoon from your kitchen. Now imagine filling it with a material from a neutron star. It would weigh over 4 billion tons. That's heavier than all the skyscrapers in the New York City combined. The reason? Neutron stars pack the mass of the sun into a sphere just 20 kilometers wide, creating unimaginable density. At number 1, supernova, the most powerful explosions. When a massive star reaches the end of its life, it explodes in supernova, releasing more energy in seconds than our sun will in its entire lifetime. These blasts can briefly outshine entire galaxies, and their shock waves forge heavy elements like gold and uranium. Every atom of gold on Earth was born in the heart of a dying star. The universe is stranger than we can imagine, and we have barely scratched the surface. Which fact amazed you the most? Share it below and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.